Welcome, everybody. This is John Spalding with the G1NBC Restream. We are live right now on the G1NBC Live page. And tonight we have Healing Hands Entertainment's broadcast premiere of their movie Broken, a film written and directed by Amy McCorkle of Healing Hands Entertainment. And we have a couple actors on our line tonight. Amy, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good, good. Thanks for joining me. So we have our world premiere of Broken tonight. Why don't you introduce who is here with us on the call?
Well, we have Maria Christian, our lead actress, who played Abigail, and Brandon X. Bell, who played Jack.
Cool. Hey, Maria. Hey, Brandon. How are you guys? Thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you.
So, Amy, tell us a little bit about the film Broken.
Broken is about Jack, who is a amputee veteran, and he is also struggling with addiction, and a bitter wife, and a new woman he is developing feelings for.
Gotcha. Okay. And it tells just a little bit of the story around.
It talks about how both of them are dealing with PTSD, basically, for different reasons. And she's not an addict, but she's homeless. And it talks about how these two broken people come together and start to make a life together.
Okay, gotcha. Interesting. Brandon, what was it like for you? Had you played someone with PTSD in the past?
Now that I'm a parent, that happens every day. Like honestly, I haven't. It was definitely the most challenging role that I've ever played. You know, it's a serious thing that people deal with.
What kind of research? What kind of research did you do for your role in that?
I went to the VA, talked to some guys there. Also have you know, family members and some friends that had to deal with it. So, you know, it was, you know, I mean, that was something that, you know, I basically researched for, worked and studied for to get done.
Okay. How about you, Maria?
It's more, you know, when I signed up to this movie, I was interested because it looks at mental illness in such a blunt way that it isn't pretty. It's not romanticized like it is in a lot of media that we see now. So I have had anxiety and depression since I was a little kid. So I kind of drew from that in terms of how to approach it and talk to people, talk to other people that have had PTSD, just to kind of see how you would react in certain situations.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I wanted to say hi to Joe and Kim, who are tuning in, watching on live. Other people, as you show up, I will welcome you in, and we're just gonna. What we're doing right now is we're meeting with the actors and the director from Healing Hands Entertainment, and getting ready to screen their premiere of Broken on G1NBC. So thank you guys for joining us. And what we're going to do is show Broken, and we're going to do a Q&A afterwards with everybody. Should bring you here till about 8:15 tonight. So, Amy, what for you? What was this experience like putting this film together?
You know, I've had challenges on other films, and each film is always different. Broken was my first time solo as a director. Usually I'm always working with Missy Goodman, who was unable to get into the room tonight. She was one of the producers on this film. And so I had to direct by myself. And someone who I sent an invite to, who was not able to make it here, was truly my last minute cinematographer, Brandon's brother, Sterling. And it was one of those things where everything just came together. Now, we had our hiccups on the set, but everybody got along. Everybody was professional. It was just a really good feeling. And by the time we got done shooting on Saturday, everybody was just drop dead tired. And it was a wonderful experience. It really was. It was like a family. It was not the bad part, but like when the good part of the family shows up.
How long did you take to make to do the filming piece?
A
day? A weekend?
13 hours.
13 hours. Were you nice the whole time, Amy?
Yeah.
Good, good, good.
I'm always nice.
Hey, I got to throw in some gotcha questions just to see. I like to tape their facial expressions.
I'm not the right person to ask. You'd have to ask Maria and Brandon.
Oh, don't worry. Maria? Was she nice the whole time?
She was very nice, very professional. I've been on several sets, and that was one of the easiest that I've ever had, just in terms of everybody getting along. No one fought at all. It was wonderful.
Cool. Yeah, it was about an... Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right. Way to anticipate.
Well, my bad. I was just, for real though, it was an awesome experience, man. Like Maria, Taura, Missy, Amy, Delilah, Stir Fry. I mean, we all bonded and became a family like in 3 days and made it a great project. So it's a beautiful thing.
Who's getting a call? So unprofessional.
Sorry.
Maria, that's all right. Maria, tell us what you're working on now.
I am doing television shows that come on Investigation Discovery quite a bit. I did Murder Calls not too long ago, which was a lot of fun. I didn't get to play a victim. I want to play a victim so bad just for the special effects, but I had to play a witness for that one. And then I volunteer with a charity, so that takes up quite a bit of my time. I work with Random Acts, founded by Misha Collins. He's an actor that does Supernatural. And I work for them, and that takes up a good portion of my time, other than acting and
I don't get to work with
her.
I know.
So he ripped you out of Amy's arms.
That's it. You can yell at him.
So Random Acts, what is their, what do they do?
Random Acts is a 501c3 charity that believes in making the world better through random acts of kindness. So we have built a school in Haiti, a children's center in Haiti, and then a school in Nicaragua. And then we do smaller projects all over the world, really. And I'm the person that heads up the partnership. So if you say, hey, we need this built, you come to see me, and then I can help get that started, hopefully.
Okay. Cool. I want to talk with you more about that organization.
Please do.
At some other time for G1NBC related purposes.
Absolutely.
I want to talk to you can you talk later tonight, Maria? Like
I should be able to.
Okay.
After the kiddos get to bed?
Yeah,
put the kids to bed first, and then we'll see.
And Brandon, how about you? You're a man about town. I see you everywhere. What else you got going on right now?
Right now, just finished episode 4. We just debuted episode 3 of The Connected. Fully involved in episode 5. I got my team here in the dungeon now. We're working on the rewrites and working on finishing up the 5th episode, and looking forward to doing more work with Healing Hands. More work coming up from Tot production. So just trying to stay busy, stay focused, and and keep moving up.
All right, man, cool. So I did preload trailer. It's not a trailer, it's a promo video that someone at G1NBC put together for your web series. It's called A Week in the Life, and it kind of shows some of the random encounters on the Connected web series that your organization, the Boss Kings, might encounter. So for those of you out there on Facebook that are watching, we already did the adults only video, so in order to even be watching, you would have already known that this is adult film tonight for swearing and other miscellaneous adult scenarios like drug use, alcoholism, addiction, and I think that's about it as far as our rating system for tonight. So let's go ahead and check Brandon's promo for the Connected. We'll be right back for the G1NBC's broadcast premiere of Healing Hands Entertainment's Broken.
Mules. Now, I have it on good authority that the Boss Kings are going to be her next pack of fucking mules. So we start there.
Bustin' in town, nigga. What you mean, nigga? Got racks, nigga. Let me call you right back, yo. This shit came off for this week. Nigga, this shit week. That's bad. What you expect us to do, though?
She was on the other foot. Do the same thing. And we retaliated. We sent a message. Here we are now.
It's pretty fucking clear, wasn't it? You ain't one chance of trying to get one over on us.
Watch your fucking mouth before I put my hands on you, man.
Why don't you shut up?
Nah, man. I got my goons around to make sure no boys making the spot hot.
And the last time I checked, that was supposed to be a weed spot anyway. And see, we talked this out. And the 47s, your supplier, they agreed to shut the spot down.
Y'all ain't gonna be playing my people for no snitches, bro.
Saludos, mi amigo. How is business in Bolivia, my friend? In fact, I'd rather be fucking my jerking monkey than being this motherfucking shit hill.
Speak up for myself, thanks.
This shit going again.
Fucking run your mouth up.
Man, what the fuck?
You wanna run your mouth off to the nigga?
Man, that was a sweet video. You guys are doing some awesome stuff over there at the Connected, Brandon. Thanks for letting us play that.
Hey, man, we appreciate it, man, and thanks for the love, Cleveland. Thanks for the love, G1NBC, everybody. We work hard, and we're going to keep it going.
And thanks for the love, Healing Hands.
Oh, Healing Hands Productions, much love, and thank you guys for allowing me the opportunity to be in Broken and be a part of something that was just extraordinarily beautiful.
Cool, man. All right, well, we're going to get to the broadcast premiere. Sherry just joined us. I want to say hello to Sherry. Thanks for watching. And Calvin, thank you very much. Brandon Calvin says good work on the Connected, so we appreciate you being here, Calvin. And thanks for those kind words. So let's get started. Broken is about 23 minutes, so we'll go ahead and screen that right now, and then you guys are going to stick around, and we'll do a Q&A afterwards with everyone, okay?
Alrighty.
All right. We'll be back. Here is the G1NBC broadcast premiere of Healing Hands Entertainment's Broken, and we'll be back.
Can't you see that you're enough to quench the thirst inside my aching soul? Shades of yellow, green and blue come to life when I see you. I know we can make it through, 'cause you're my remedy.
We're going to give our panelists a chance to come on back in the room. Looks like we lost Brandon, but Maria and Amy are still here. So go ahead and get your questions in there. And I'm going to read some of your comments that were made through the film and bring those in. And then, hey, all right, so let's go back to our camera scene. Hey, Amy. Hey, Maria. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing okay.
Cool. So that was well received by everyone tonight. There was some good comments. Awesome. Yeah. So Miles came in, and G1NBC Live. I know that's Joe. He said there were some good points. It was when you guys were going back and forth. Maria, your character, and Brandon's character. That first initial time when you were in his apartment, when you kind of like traded barbs back and forth with each other and feeling each other out. So Miles, thanks for joining us. Sherry said communication with others and being honest to yourself are very important. Terry, welcome. Thanks for coming in. And she said thanks for the invite. She's enjoying the show, so thank you. And if you guys have any specific questions for Maria or Amy, get those in here. I'll do that for you, Maria. What was it like kind of tackling your character, and what were some of the thoughts that you had put into it as far as kind of like getting ready to talk about the kind of the situation of abuse that your character had come under?
It was intimidating, to be honest, just because the character is so different than what I am naturally. I'm a very quiet person, not very confident, and here's this character who's just larger than life and in your face and is going to say exactly what she thinks all the time. And it was just freeing in a way to play a character like that, but also a little, you know, she goes into some very dark parts of her history, and it was difficult to portray that. And I know that scene that we're sitting at the table and she tells the story about what had happened to her as a kid. I worried about that for weeks.
Yeah.
When we had gotten the script, I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? And it ended up only being, that was the first take. The one you see is the first take.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
That's cool.
It was so much fun, so much energy too. Brandon, I hate that he's gone, but he was incredible to feed off of for a scene like that.
Yeah, both of your characters really, you know, it's kind of like that. It is kind of like the two negatives equal a positive. Your guys' stories were, and you did a great job, both of you, at portraying the different stories.
Thank you.
Yeah, so good work.
They were amazing.
Go ahead, Amy.
I loved them so much.
And I don't know if can you turn your mic a little or go a little closer? I don't know what it is.
If I come close, my face kind of...
Oh, yeah, we lose you. We get this Amy.
Yeah.
So what was it like during the writing process? So, like, did you know that you wanted to cover, like, two people that had been... that had gone through some type of trauma?
Okay, so that was in 2016. I come home from Indie Gathering, and I knew I wanted to shoot something other than a documentary, which I do typically, but I wanted to do a short film. I knew I had to keep the cast small, and so I wrote it in like 3 days. Me and Missy wrote it in like 3 days.
Okay.
And when we went and we rewrote the ending, there was a lot more dialogue at the ending, but Missy goes, no, cut, and whatever you said here, that works. So it was just like, you know, when she says, but I think I could find myself loving, I could, you know, love you.
Yeah.
There was like a whole nother 3 or 4 lines initially, but we just like cut them all because we knew the most impact would come as writers anyway. Sometimes less is more, and it really is on the actor to portray that. And Maria had come to us through another audition, Letters to Daniel, and it was hard because, you know, we got like blessed with this whole thing of talent, and we didn't know who to take because we had like 6 girls. It was like, but we found out. We really wish Maria was there when I shot the weekend. But it's not that the other girl wasn't talented. It was just that her and Brandon have such... Maria it takes a certain kind of person to work on a low budget, no budget set. And you got to kind of be all in.
Right.
You kind of got to be, she's a generous actress. She gives. Like she said, what she was saying about Brandon. Brandon is a generous actor, but Maria's a generous actress. She's not a taker. She's a giver. And whenever you're there for your co-star, it really works. And I couldn't have been happier with, I knew I was going to have a small cast. And their performance, her, Taura, and Brandon, Brandon got a Best Lead Actor, but that's because he's in every scene. But the whole cast got nominated for Best Cast in a Short at AOF.
Wow. Well,
that speaks to her talent as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. You got a comment in here from Sherry. She says that she has to say it's just great to show people that if they're loved, they let them in. And I think that definitely demonstrates that in this movie, but also kind of at the end scene. Any comments on that remark from Sherry?
You know, I thought, for me, it's always a lot of my work and Missy's work. There's mental health issue themed stuff kind of running through all our work, whether it's genre or whether it's straight ahead drama. And it just, it's like Maria said, sometimes it gets romanticized a bit. Like, oh, because she has this disease, she's this and this and this. And sometimes, you know, you get it romanticized where it's kind of glamorized in a way, and you're like, I really like that. But it also gets played where you're an oddball in a bad way. So it was finding the balance. You know, you just accept people where they're at. You can't ask more than that. You have to accept them where they are.
Yeah.
And the ending for me was about hope. It was hope that he would get into treatment. And I wish you could have heard the outtakes of some of the other scenes, of the other takes as they're walking away. Because
do you have those, or are those on a reel somewhere?
Yeah, well, I've got it. No, it's on another computer that absolutely died.
Uh-oh.
So I don't have those outtakes. Actually, I do. I have it on a teeny tiny microchip. All I got is
micro. You go.
So all I would have to do is, but I mean, I wish you could. They were so relaxed with one another, and we go in, and when you're shooting for 13 hours straight, we took breaks. You know, you got to eat, but when you're doing that many takes in that short amount of time, it's hard.
Yeah.
But all I had them for was a certain amount. I have them for X amount of hours, and then they go home.
Yep.
And
this person over here that I'm pointing to, everybody, this is Amy McCorkle, and she is one of the lead directors and writers for Healing Hands Entertainment. And we just got done showing the broadcast G1NBC premiere of Broken, and we're kind of just going over the film. So if you're just now joining us, that's what we're doing. So. Okay, and then Sherry, go ahead, finish your take, Amy. If I cut you off,
it was just amazing to work with these people. Everybody on the set was just incredible. Delilah, Sterling, and he goes by Stir Fry, but I call him Sterling because that's how I met him, and that's how I talked to him for 48 hours.
That's right.
The comment the next morning, as everybody was heading back, Maria to Virginia, Sterling and Brandon to Cleveland, and Delilah to Alabama. It was like that. Everybody talks about it's like that morning that everybody's leaving grandma's house for Thanksgiving, and nobody really wants to go home. And it's all the first generation kids that are up and they're having coffee and they're getting packed up and they're going. It was a really amazing experience to be said. I wish I could bottle that. I said, Missy, I wish you could, because I've been on some sets where it ain't like that. It ain't like that at all. But it was just, you know, given that Sterling had only read the script one time, and I had never directed on my own, that film could have turned into a real disaster.
Gotcha.
And so it was an incredible effort by everybody on set.
Yeah, I think everyone did a good job. Sherry also said that it also helped to remember that other people have pretty much gone, like, you never know, but others have went through more than anybody could ever imagine. So you never know.
Everybody has a story.
Right.
Everybody has a story. I'm glad there were people who saw it tonight because it had a very limited festival run. I entered it into a lot, but as you can see, you know, but it screened at AOF and Hollywood Dreams on, and this is why I wish Maria and Brandon could have been out there, and Taura, because it's screened on an IMAX movie theater. And you're sitting there, and I was holding on to my cousin Rebecca's hand.
And you're like, there it is.
Yeah, I was like, oh crap, there's people in here, they're watching it. Oh, what are they going to think? And then, but I got to tell you, my actors were just, they leapt off the screen. And
That's cool.
You can't really ask much more than that, than the performances.
And we're going to have Broken available for digital download on your G1NBC page.
Right.
So that's G1NBC.net/healing-hands. For those of you that are out there, and most of you that are out there, we'll put the link in the description and also in the YouTube description so you know where to find it. And we'll also have the direct link to the digital download. What I'll do afterwards, since this isn't going to be captured anywhere as a broadcast, I'm going to take just the interview pieces and the trailer and have that as the YouTube output for tonight. So that'll be up on the G1NBC Ohio page.
If you're looking for great actors, I want to tell you, for lead actor, you can't get no better than Maria or Brandon. And Taura, she has a great can-do attitude, spirit, and so...
Cool. And so, Maria, Go ahead, Amy, sorry.
No, I'm done.
And Maria, tell people out there that might be seeing the interview where they can get in touch with you for bookings and stuff like that, and I'll get the link.
Sure. My agent is Talent Trek Agency out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and they have a website. Just go to talenttrek.com, T-R-E-K, Trek. I'm available for pretty much anything, but you know, I do like to do films, and I do like to do TV. So in either of those, really.
And I'm also going to plug her as a documentary narrator, because on both of my big documentaries that I've done recently, Black Gold and All in the Family, lots of high marks have gone to the voice talent. And
we're going to do Black Gold on. We're going to do Black Gold here on G1NBC Live Facebook pretty soon as well. And then, just so you guys know as well, in addition to Black Gold, we also have the Letters to Daniel ebook available, and proceeds go to Healing Hands Entertainment from whatever's sold, and we're also dedicating a portion of all those proceeds to getting the feature film Letters to Daniel funded, or at least offsetting some of the costs as best we can as your local hometown network to help Amy cover the costs of turning her vision for Letters to Daniel into a full feature film. And so that's our kind of mission for all of the broadcasts that we're doing with you, Amy, and with the work that you have on our G1NBC page. So thanks again for letting us screen Broken, and we're going to be doing more of these throughout the next quarter. And so I just wanted to say thank you for that. Any closing words from you, Maria, before we head out?
I just wanted to say how wonderful it was to work on this movie. It was fantastic to work with Amy, to work with Brent. It was everybody. It was an absolutely wonderful experience. And thank you all for showing it tonight, and thank you everybody that's commented on it, and thank you, Amy, for letting me be a part of it.
Sorry I got you the link late. I'll do that earlier next time so that you can enjoy it. We'll be playing it again.
It's like that. She's thanking me, but everybody on set, like her and Brandon and Taura and Delilah and Sterling, they were just all fantastic. It couldn't have gone better. When it could have been a total train wreck, and it went like clockwork.
Awesome. Amy?
Yes?
It's always a pleasure talking to you. I love when you go live with me. It's always so much fun. So thank you for letting us screen Broken. We're going to screen Broken again that is Amy McCorkle from Healing Hands Entertainment. I am John Spalding from G1NBC Cuyahoga County, and we are on the G1NBC Live Facebook page. So we're going to be using that Facebook page to do a lot of our live broadcasts throughout 2018. I want to thank everybody who came in. Sherry, thank you so much for coming in and being as active as you were. Everybody else, Joe, thanks for participating and putting links in there and talking with the audience. So check this out on g1nbc.net/healing-hands for the digital download of Broken, and we'll be doing more screenings on this Facebook page later. So thanks everybody, and we will see you later. Amy and Maria, you can make any awkward comments you want as we're closing.
Awkwardly wave. That works instead.
Not if the camera's off. Bye, everyone.
No.